the best year to start the new year is definitely by decluttering your life physically, mentally, and financially. And this is how you're gonna do it. A little quote I stumbled upon this morning was, the best trick to getting ahead is by just starting. So that really got me into the right headspace for this video, because today we are resetting our life to be able to start off this new year in the best way possible. I'm gonna declutter all around me. Do I need to show you what my room currently looks like? Yeah, so I definitely need to take care of that. Since Christmas season has ended, that also means we need to be removing the Christmas decor from my room. I do actually have quite a little bit of Christmas decor in here, so I will be needing to get rid of that, or not get rid, remove, so I can have it for next year. So this video is all gonna be about decluttering. We're gonna be setting some intentions for the new year, and I'm gonna show you how to do it in the best possible way. Also thinking financially, we need to think a little bit about our budget and how we want our money to look this year. I'll be getting into all of that later in the video, so stay tuned. If you've never seen me before though, hi, I'm Natasha. Subscribe if you haven't already, because I know that 90% of people that watch my videos are not subscribed. So click that little button whilst it's still free. I mean, you never know. Let's get right into removing Christmas decor, decluttering my room. A little trick I like to have for keeping my room decluttered and tidy is to make sure that everything you have has its place, and the only things that are allowed to be visible or like on countertops are either, if it's simple decor, fine, or things that you really use every single day. Slowly but surely we have made it to, I think, the least fun part, and that's removing Christmas decorations. But I do have a little hack kind of when it comes to Christmas lights and things that get tangled very easily. But it's kind of funny because I was gonna say try and keep the box that you bought it in, so that when you take your Christmas decoration down, you can just put it back in there and it'll be organized and everything. Only thing is, I'm not finding the box that I was so sure that I saved, because I was being so smart. I was like, yes, I'm gonna save the box so then it doesn't get tangled, and next year when I take out the lights again, it'll be so easy. Why can't I not find the box? So that's a fail on my part. Every year is whether I've removed everything or are there still Christmas decorations up, but I just can't see them because I'm so used to them. It's looking so empty in my room now. I feel like the only thing I decided to keep was my sparkling snow like room perfume, because that's still winter vibes, and like I'm just gonna use it until it's finished. And then, I mean, that's not like something that I'm gonna save like until next year. The way I'm gonna reward myself every time I clean my room by lighting candles, it's never gonna change, because it's just the best feeling ever. I love it. For the next part of organizing our life, our year, our intentions, getting organized, we're gonna need a few different notebooks. First things first, I'm gonna start with my journal. this is me setting my intentions for 2025. I already made a vision board for 2025 where I also explained how to set intentions. I basically explained everything a little bit better, so if you really want to get into that, go watch that video. But one of the things I did mention in that video was asking yourself 7 questions, and they're going to be about things that happened over this past year that are going to help you understand, okay, what did I like about that year that I want to keep in 2025, and what did I not like that I don't want to have in 2025. I did think about those questions a little bit and stuff, but I really wanted to write down my answers to have like a super clear view and really remind myself of those things. So even if you did watch that video, let's just remind ourselves a little bit about those questions. I'll mention a few questions. For example, what are people, experiences, and commitments that created positive feelings, energy, and memories for you this year? Another one is like, what did you learn about yourself over the past year? What are you going to start doing next year, stop doing? Those types of questions. So I think I'm just gonna get right into it. Even just thinking about these questions is also a great start, but writing them down will really help clear up exactly what you're thinking. Done with that one. On to the next notebook, which is this pink one. It already says 2025, and it's my agenda. I really like the display of this agenda, if that's how you say it, because it starts out with every month you have like the whole calendar, the whole month on display, and kind of see, okay, what does my month look like? But then it goes into detail where you have every single date, and you can plan even time wise if you want to do that. You could do like maybe a little to-do list for every day, or if you have a meeting at a specific time, you can write it in like the time slot and everything. Also a whole year plan, which is crazy. There are also just kind of blank pages, like bullet note pages, so you can have that too. You have a page where you can add your contacts, like email, addresses. There's a page for birthdays if you want to write down when everybody's birthday is, so you can keep track of that too. There's even a page where you can write down your expenses of the month. I have a different notebook for that, which we'll get right into later. I think it's always great to write down your plans, and that could be whether it's just like appointments that you have, but even like I said, to-do lists. So far for January 2025, I just need to go to the hospital to check out my foot and see if it's getting any better. I also have an online calendar, which I think is great to have too. The physical one is easy also because you can just bring it with you everywhere. I don't know. I think that's a personal thing. Some people may only like physical copies. Other people might only want to use digital. And that's okay. Now, the last little notebook that we're getting into in order to organize our year, and that is our lovely budget planner. Now, if you don't have one of these, that is totally fine. You can always make your own one or use Excel. And let me give you a little idea of what you should be writing down, how you should be thinking. You might have a little bucket list of things you want to do, experiences, travel, or maybe a designer bag that you want to buy. And in order for that, you kind of need to have the money. We're thinking smart, we're saving money, maybe doing a little investing too, always good. We're figuring things out. Let me show you what a monthly budget can look like. This is one of my pages that I have here, and everything is categorized. There'll be, for example, household if you're paying rent, gas, electricity, maintenance, heating, all of that stuff. Then food, both groceries and eating out. Health, so that can be insurance, medication, if you need to go to the dentist. Next category is transportation, if you have a car payment, or maybe you pay for a monthly or yearly public transportational costs. Maintenance if you have a car, fuel, taxi. And then we have like personal category where that can be, it can be shopping. You can even divide that into another category like shopping, hobby, whatever it is you usually buy, and also like personal care, hair care, if you have a gym membership. And then we have, if you have a loan, you can definitely have that as its own category, like credit cards or another type of loan. These trips, dates, maybe a game, like a sports game or a movie. And then there's other, if there's like anything else that you usually spend money on every month, then it's worth having that in your budget too. If this is like the first time you're doing budgeting and you have no idea where to start, what to do, the first thing that I recommend you try out is having a first month where you only write down every single purchase. You write down what you spend your money on and put it in the different categories, so that when that month is finished, you kind of have an overview of how much you're spending and what you're spending it on. Now, when you've done that, you might realize, whoa, I had no idea I was spending so much money on eating out, for example. That seems to be a very popular one, I can't lie. And then another method that a lot of people like to use, especially when you're starting out, this is the first time you're doing it, you're new to it, is the 50-30-20 method. And that is simply, you take your salary or whatever you receive in a month and you will divide that into 50%, 30%, and 20%. The 50% is for everything that is necessities that are like recurring payments every month. So that will be your rent, your electricity, any like housing costs, maybe also if you have a car payment. All of that should be under the 50% of your salary. Then you have the 30%, and that is for wants, and then the last 20% are savings or investments. It's kind of how you want to do it. Even if you don't have a project, it's always good to save money just in case. You never know it when you might get an extra bill to pay because of taxes, or because maybe you fell and injured yourself and now you need to go to the doctors, like those types of things. But also you might be like, well, today I want to celebrate life and give myself a little gift or a little experience, and then you have that money saved up, so it kind of doesn't feel like you're spending any money because you've over time accumulated that money. Now, I know that quite a lot of people that watch my videos are in their 20s, kind of the same age as me, so you might be in my situation where I'm living at home with my parents and I don't have any housing costs right now. So that money is definitely smart to be saving and investing whilst you can, because then the day when you decide to move out, maybe you'll have a few rents saved up, so you don't even need to think about the first few rents. You have money to like live on and not feel like you're just surviving, and you can actually just enjoy. Anyways, I feel like I'm rambling on so much. I think you get the overall view, the overall vibes. I hope this gave you a little boost of motivation to get organized, get motivated for 2025, figure out what you want for 2025, what's going to be important for you this year. I made the vision board video where I talk about also how that can help you figure out your goals, make them more clear for yourself, and also achieve them by the end of the year. So make sure to watch that video if you haven't already. Like this video, subscribe, please and thank you. And I will see you in my next video. Bye!